Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. My name is Amista, and we're going to do some tarot reading and some chit chat. Going to catch up with some of the regulars, get to meet some new people, have a little bit of fun in the room tonight. If people show up, we'll see. It is Saturday night. So we'll see if anybody shows up. We'll just have some fun. Either way. See what happens. Right now, I'm just clearing my tarot cards. After that, I'll clear my clarifier deck. And then after that, we're going to do our first spread, which is going to talk about our best manifestation advice for the next 24 hours. And then after that, we'll talk about, well, after that, if there's people in the room, we'll do readings for people in the room. But first, we got to get the cards cleared. Happy Friday, everybody. Friday night. Okay, let's clear some clarifiers and then we'll be ready to start pulling some cards and having some fun. Rock and roll, baby. Mr. Man Smith, hello, hello. First one in the room tonight. How you doing, sweetie? Glad to see you made it back. Nobody can say you made it in too late this time. Absolutely. The first one is going to be, what is our best manifestation advice over the next 24 hours? And that's going to be good for everybody in the room and everybody who stumbles across this video later. And then after that, we'll get into reading for people in the room. I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay. That's a great place to start off from. This card just flipped while I was talking to you. Are you at home right now? I am fantastic, thank you. I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm doing readings and reiki. My YouTube is going viral. My client base is expanding. My life is good, 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 and getting better all the time. Thank you for asking. Almost done with work. What kind of work do you do? Maybe that home was for me because I am at home. Sales work. Gotcha. I like sales work because I like working with people. I've done a lot of sales work in my past before I realized I was psychic. Ooh, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. All right, best manifestation advice for the next 24 hours. Everybody in the room be thinking about, what do you want to manifest? Whether it's something little that shouldn't take anywhere near 24 hours or whether it's something huge that might take 24 years, be thinking about what you want to manifest because we are going to get our best manifestation advice for the next 24 hours to go towards whatever that is. First card actually fell. Actually, there was a couple cards that fell. I'm only keeping the one that fell face up. Oh, and we had a couple more. They both fell face up. We're going to keep both of those. Ooh, this is interesting. This is very similar energy. All right. Let's take a peek. So, first thing that we have coming up is that Three of Swords, and it's showing up in reverse. This says it's time to get over any kind of heartache or heartbreak. This talks about the idea of looking at the light at the end of the tunnel and allowing ourselves to move towards that now. It's time to give ourselves permission to get over the heartache or the heartbreak that we've been dealing with. Now, next card, very similar energy. This says, yes, something that is disappointing has happened in regards to whatever it is that you want to manifest. Spirit's acknowledging that when this card shows up. But the advice here is not to let that slow us down. Don't let the disappointment slow us down. Look for the silver lining. Look for the opportunity that that disappointment opens up for us that maybe would not have been open for us without that disappointment. And the last card, whenever I look at it, I hear surrender. Surrender to the process. Spirit has the big picture. So even though that just tells me that even though things may not look like they're working out in our favor sometimes, it's because Spirit has the big picture. And so it's good to remember that Spirit has our back. and just count on the process and work our way just flow our way through that process. Let's try not to fight it. Let's flow our way right through that process so that we get to the other side and our happiness much more quickly, quickly, quickly. All right. So let's see. Mr. Man Smith, what kind of message would you like? Do you have a question for me? If you have a question, put it in the chat. If you don't have a question, you just want to see what Spirit wants to talk to you about, put message from Spirit in the chat. Anybody else who wants a message, if you have a question, put it in the chat box. Or if you just want to see what Spirit wants to talk to you about, put message from Spirit in the chat box, and I'll be happy to read for you here while I'm live. While I'm live. Bum ba da dum ba bum bum ba da bum bum. That's a heavy duty question. Wow, you've got cards just flying all over tonight. Where are you watching from, Mr. Man Smith? What country or what state? That card did not come up face up, so we're not going to keep it. Canada. Are you about ready to be the 51st state? Lordy. Man, our guy has such a big mouth and he needs to shut it. All right. Well, Mr. Mansmith, you just keep having stuff flip. Is one of your sisters a female that's a water sign? Because we had that card flip earlier. And I thought maybe it was about me, but now I'm kind of wondering. Boo-ba-da-doo-doo-doo. Will Mr. Mansmith be victorious in the current situation against his siblings? Do you know what was her birthday? Do you know? What is her birthday? Okay. Well, I'm not sure what your definition of victorious is in general, much less in this situation. So I'm just going to tell you what shows up on the cards, and you can figure out whether you think this is victorious or not. But first of all, I have the Six of Pentacles coming up in reverse. This says that you're paying something off or paying something back. That's my first card. My World card says a couple of things. First of all, it says this situation is not ideal. The second thing it says is that it drags out. It takes a long time to actually close this situation up and pack it up and be done with it. The Ace of Swords says that you will have the chance to give somebody some good information or advice. The Three of Cups in reverse says that I think your siblings are going to get on your nerves. And the Nine of Cups is where we end, and the Nine of Cups talks about a celebration. So there's something to celebrate here at the end. But these cards leading up to the celebration, I don't know if I would expect them to lead to a celebration, to tell you the truth. No wonder. Yeah, it's taken a long time to close it up. Well, that's where you end with this. I don't know. Maybe you're just celebrating that it's done, no matter how it comes out, because you put that much energy and effort into it. You just want to focus on other things. I don't know. Anybody else in the room that wants a reading, put a question in the chat box. Or if you don't have a question, you just want to see what Sacred Spirit wants to say to you, put message from Spirit in the chat box, and I'll be happy to pull 5 cards for you. I'm going to try to be patient enough to let you all come in with the delay. You're quite welcome, quite welcome. I'm not sure if that's what you wanted to hear or not. It ends well. What do they say? All's well that ends well? All's well that ends well. All right, let's see if anybody else wants a question or anything. It is Saturday night. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Closure is always a good thing. That's for sure. I like that country song. I don't know who sings it. Shoot Me Straight. Have you heard that song? Let me see who sings that. I like it a lot. I have had people, well, not how many people have I had that did that? I don't know. But I have had somebody break up with me sitting in my car. Brothers Osborne. Shoot Me Straight by Brothers Osborne. I love that. And then as they were getting out of the car, say, you know I love you. I don't know what to do with that as a water sign. Like, I just don't know what to do with that. Like, we just had closure. And then the person just took the closure all straight back away. That was one of the hardest breakups I ever dealt with, actually, because the closure was gone. Well, you have to listen to that song because it talks about the idea of good, solid closure. Michelle. Okay, best advice for interacting with the new love interest, Tommy. Let's see. All right. Are you ready for whatever advice may come up? I mean, we could get run for the hills. Are you prepared for whatever may show up? What is the best advice for Michelle regarding her new love interest? Tommy, what would you like to tell her? What would you like to advise her? What does she need to know? Boop-a-da-doo-doo, boop-a-da-doo-doo, boop-a-da-doo-doo. Ooh. Ooh. Michelle, how old are you? I also have another question for you, too. You're 27. Okay. And then my next question, you said new love interest, Tommy. Have you known Tommy from before? Is he a new person in your life, or have you known him before you became interested in him romantically? Because I've got a card that says you guys have some kind of history. It doesn't have to be a romantic history, but he's not showing up as new to me unless this is something else. And if I'm seeing something else, well, you telling me if you guys have any kind of history at all or not will help me understand that. You met a few months ago. Okay, well, I got to clarify this then. I got to clarify this. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Okay. Okay. This is not him. This is really interesting what's showing up here. What sign are you, Michelle? So I've got something similar happening whenever I look at my love life too. You're a Leo. That's interesting. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's your best advice whenever it comes to Mr. Tommy. Magician in reverse. Keep your knees together. Keep your knees together. When the magician is right side up, this is sizzling, hot, sexy. Oh, bar, bar. Amazing, wonderful stuff. It's in reverse. This is keep your knees together, man. Now, here's why. Here's why. You've got an Ace of Cups coming in. This is a new love. This is a different new love. And I'm going to say maybe even a renewed love, but you know this other person from the past. They're showing up, whether you dated this person before or whether you've just known them for a long time. This other person is showing up on the scene. And if you don't keep your knees together when it comes to Tommy, you're going to be bumming because you're going to miss out on this new love. So I would say keep your options open and keep your knees closed. That's what I would say based on those cards that came up. So I guess I should say that's what Spirit would say. That's interesting. That's interesting. What's that person's name? This is somebody that you have good memories with. That Six of Cups right side up is somebody that you would be happy to entertain again. So actually, I was going to check and see if that's them, but if you don't have those kind of memories that make you happy to entertain that thought again, then that's not him. This is going to be somebody that whenever they come back, you're going to be like, ooh la la, why did you leave? Come to mama. Somebody's going to be surprising you then. This may be somebody that you haven't dated then. It may be somebody that you have good memories with as a friend. But definitely there's somebody that you have a past with, and the past is a good one. And the reason I say I've got something sort of similar going on whenever I check on my love life, there's somebody that nothing is really happening. And I check to see, should I be open to dating other people? I would like to open myself up to love. Would that be a good idea? And they keep saying, no, wait. And I'm like, but I think I learned my lesson. I think I can open up to love now. And they're still like, no, wait. I'm like, okay, whatever you say. They keep telling me that other situation's coming back. I'm like, well, I don't know about that. I don't know that that's the real deal. All right, anybody else in the room that wants me to read for you, you got to put a question in the chat. Or if you don't have a question and you just want to see what Spirit has to say to you, put message from Spirit in the chat. Either way. I'm going to try to give you some time. I know there's a delay on this line, but I'm not very patient. So if you're not already typing and haven't hit already send, then you may be taking too long. All right. Well, I'm not seeing that anybody else wants a reading. So everybody enjoy your Saturday night. It's time for me to get out of here. I've already read for you once, Mr. Man. I try to just read for people once in the chat normally. Michelle kind of had an extenuating circumstance, but normally I just do one. So I'll catch you next time. Have a great night. Peace out.